Hello, welcome back. Thanks for joining me, and let's have a look at some of these coins. So again, this is not financial advice, I'm not your financial advisor, but let's have a look all the same, shall we? So Bitcoin struggling still. When I say struggling, I mean obviously if we'll go to the daily, we zoom out, we can see we're clearly not struggling overall, but right now what we're doing is we're having more sort of trend to the downside. Even though we've been up just ever so slightly, we're finding deep rejections on the daily chart here. That rejection has taken place on the 50-day close. All other moving averages are sloping down. It's only a matter of time before this 50-day starts to slope down if we continue with this movement. Indicators are all saying down, so I'm saying we're likely to come back down to test these supports here around 9,200 to 9,000. If they break, then our next support is all the way down at 8,500. So we'll see how this one goes. It's still the same deal as yesterday. We've just got to wait to see what's going to happen. I expect more downside, to be honest with you. These rejections are quite strong, and the supports are also quite strong. So we're going to be trading within this range until one of these areas breaks. So a no trade zone for Bitcoin personally. The moves are now in the altcoins courts. Some altcoins really benefiting, all of them across the board generally benefiting, some doing a lot better than others. So we'll start with Matic, because we always like to look at Matic, and then as we can see on the Bitcoin pairing, it's doing okay. It's not doing amazing, but it's doing okay. So our bottom was right down here before this switch took place of the Bitcoin dominances started to retrace, and that's what's allowing these alts to now move. But it's not retraced to a large degree. It's just trickling down at the moment. So when we're talking about an alt season, I don't really know how long this alt season is going to play out. We really need Bitcoin to retrace further for anything substantial to happen, and then obviously if Bitcoin really does plummet, it's probably going to bring all the alts down with it. But in turn, if the dominance is down, then alts should recover probably faster than Bitcoin. So anyway, when we're looking at Matic, we do see some steady growth in a way, but nothing incredible. We were really bottoming out here, and what we see is now moving averages are starting to sort of just tick to the up, ever so slightly tick to the up, and we are above all of those. Trading range is quite small now though, so expect some pullbacks, but if the dominance keeps falling down, there will be more movement to the up. On the 4-hourly chart, there is move to the up to be had still. Daily chart, it actually looks like it wants to move up as well. RSI is making higher highs, and hourly is probably going to be up as well, but we'll just double check that just to see. I might be making a cross to the down, so perhaps maybe some pullbacks in the short term, but long term we're still going to be going up. On the tether value, we are making sort of more move to the up, but still very, very low. 4-hourly says more moves to the up. Indicators suggest like it should be okay. Daily's not looking great, to be honest with you. Yeah, daily doesn't look great at all actually, so Tether might not be great, but the good news is if Bitcoin does fall, Matic should fall at a lower speed, increasing its Satoshi value. So we'll see what goes on with Matic. BitTorrent token, bit of an underperformer still. This is always here. Underperformer. We are making bounces because all alts are making bounces at the moment. On the 4-hourly it looks okay to continue. The daily does not look very good, to be honest with you. It actually looks a bit more like Bitcoin than anything else. Hourly is probably going to be up to the ever so slightly. Yeah, it looks like a cross to the down. So actually it's definitely a no trade zone for BitTorrent token. Satoshi values still in that sideways range. When you've got such low Satoshis, it's difficult to make a decision one way or another because each move is going to be roughly 10% now. So we'll leave that one as it is. Litecoin, so this is one of the ones I was very interested in before, and I still continue to be interested. I did pick up some Litecoin yesterday, and lucky for me it started to move. It's not because I was anticipating this move yesterday, I was just very lucky in the way that it took place, but if you watch my videos, I have been watching Litecoin, and the only reason is because we fell so hard. We plummeted in fact, and there's a halving event in only a few weeks now, which will certainly cause a pump and dump. The last halving event made the price go up 400%. I don't think we're going to see 400%, but 100% I could probably imagine that. So we'll go to the tether pairing, and we can see we're doing very well. Actually made where was our bottoming? What's going on there? Our bottom was 71. I picked it up around 78. Yeah, around about here. And yeah, so I'm doing okay, and we've still got plenty of room to the up. I don't think this is going to plummet if Bitcoin falls. I don't think we will see a pullback with Litecoin certainly if Bitcoin goes down, but there's a lot of strength in it now. It's leading this altcoin rally, and probably the main reason I would say is it's down to the halving event that's coming across. That's giving it that extra strength. If it wasn't for the halving event, I don't think we'd see moves like this. And ERD, so just for those who are interested, I'm not really that interested in it, but again, it's moving similar to these pretty much every other alt really, making relatively decent moves, but nothing out of the ordinary for if you compare it to other coins. The 4 hourly is pretty much the longest time frame we're willing to look at it really. Hourly is looking okay, but it could do better. The good thing about it is that the RSI is up, even though it's slightly about to come down now, so I'd suggest pullbacks, probably coming down to the bottom of the Bollinger or maybe the 50-day close. So when we're talking money-wise here, we're talking 0.0043. That's where it's probably going to come back down for a bounce around that area. But because all the other moving averages are kind of sloping to the up, it would suggest that if this alt season, if you dare to call it an alt season, continues, ERD will certainly continue. Where we're likely to go, it's very difficult to say. Such a new coin, these moves are generally driven by hype, so it's very difficult to say at the moment. We really do have to wait a few more days, or maybe even a week, really, to work out exactly what's going to happen. And we also need to make sense of the whole market in general, because the market is being a bit weird at the moment, and it's almost exactly the same when you look at it against Bitcoin. Almost exactly the same, a little stronger perhaps, but pretty much the same. So yeah, I can't really give you any more details other than that with this coin. I wouldn't trade it, not because I don't think it's good. It could very well be good, but it's too much of a gamble for me. Anyway, I will leave it with you there, short and sweet. Sorry to rush this one. I've got lots of stuff to do today. So you have a nice day, and thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, donating, everything, and you have a nice day. Take it easy. Goodbye.